And
yes.
And I was like, you know what? Oh my gosh, this makes so much sense, which helped me to forgive and release. And I'm like, wow. And, but I had to come to the place where I had to take responsibility for myself, in my life. I had to, like you said, I'm so glad you said that, because it was very challenging. I cried many tears trying to get this book out, because I did not want to throw them under. But you know what? These are real stories. This really did happen. And I finally woke up and went like, you know what? This is my experience. This is what happened. And I have every right to share about it, because it's a great story, because I have such a heart that anybody who's walked through these things can know that not only can you come out on the other side, but you can have love in your heart. Like literally, I love them.
And you can still love those same people that took you through all of that.
Yes. And yes, it's amazing. I shocked myself, and for years my kids didn't understand. They were like, Mom, but these people hurt you, what in the hell, and I'm just like, you know what? I said, I am a healer. I know that now. And healers, we heal all the time. And every time something comes up, we go right into that place and we feel it all. We heal it all. And we come back out and we, don't even smell like smoke,
Come on now. I want to tell you something really quickly, Mandy, what my son mentioned to me some time ago. He said, Mom, I know what it is. You love people while they're hurting you.
Oh my God.
He said that's why it doesn't seem like it seems like a betrayal to you, because you're steady loving them while they're betraying you, while they're lying on you, while they're manipulating you. You still love them. And I said, if a child can see that, I don't understand what's wrong with an adult not understanding that.
That's right. I had to take a beat when you said that, because that is exactly what I've done. Like, no matter how much the betrayals have happened, believe me, they have. The backstabbing, the talking, gossiping, all this stuff, because they haven't understood my path and my journey. And,
right.
And I have loved all the way through it. And I don't even hold bitterness, or I'm not angry. I'm not bitter. I'm like, you know what? I understand that you don't understand me.
Yes. And that's it.
I'm a different
person. I understand that you don't know how to love me, because I know how to love me now.
Yes.
I have an even better understanding of why you can't love me, because you don't love yourself.
That's right. That's exactly right.
I can't be mad at someone who doesn't love themselves. I can't be mad at you.
That's right.
I can't feel some type of way about you, because I understand I was there at one point of my journey where I did not truly love me. I was still ashamed of things that I've been through. I was still embarrassed of the things that have happened to me. That wasn't true love. I never knew how to love me. And that's what this has been teaching me this whole time about other people. It's nothing wrong with them. They just don't know how to love themselves.
That's right, because if they did, they would know how to love you.
Right. And I want people to understand, like, it doesn't have to be anything. It doesn't have to do anything with religion.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
It's all about how you love yourself. And if you love yourself the right way, you have no choice but to love other people the same way.
That is the truth.
If you unconditionally love yourself, if you don't judge yourself, if you don't, belittle yourself, if you don't do these things to yourself, you would never do it to another person.
That's right. That's the truth. Because that's the way it was, like, for me for years. Like, I hated myself. And I talk about this in my book. I hated everything about me. And I realized one day, my dad has always had self-hatred, and it runs through the bloodline. My mom also self-hatred. No matter what, how, like, she loved God. She was close to God. She was a Bible teacher. And so, but, with that was a part of her that didn't know how to love me. She had to really work. I mean, she loved me to her core, but, and she loved being around me. And it's so funny. I would just sit there and smile, because she did not, like I said, after I stopped going to church, she didn't talk to me for 9 months. And then she called me one day and said, I'm your mom and I love you and I don't understand. I just don't. She was terrified that I wasn't going to go to heaven. She thought I was going to go to hell. And I was just like, wait a second, that's a whole nother topic, because I personally, and this is just where I am, I don't believe I think we can create our own hell,
Yes, I agree. Because the battlefield is in the mind. That's where everything starts.
That's right.
So if you think that your life is a living hell, that's how you're going to be walking around in life. Because that's how you feel. That's how you see yourself. That's how you see life. But if you see life as heaven, if you see life as beautiful, if you see life, even when it's dark, you still see the light.
That's right.
That's what you're going to be walking through. You're going to be walking through the light. You're not even going to pay attention to the darkness. Because why? That's not where you are.
That's right.
You are that internal light that everybody keeps. When people say you are the light, they're talking about you are the internal light that walks around this planet, this earth, and you shine your light. However that light looks to you. Now, if you're full of darkness, if, like you said, you're still hating yourself. You still, everything about you don't love yourself. You don't like yourself. You don't like this. You don't like that. If you're walking around saying what you hate all the time, what you can't stand all the time, that is what you're going to be seeing as you're walking through this path.
That's how powerful we are, because we attract what we are,
Exactly.
That's just the truth. I mean, the more, I love that saying, and it's the truth of what we focus on, we're going to have more of. And I choose to focus, strictly from heaven to earth. That's where I love thinking about what heaven is and bringing that to earth. And I feel like that's what we came here for.
Exactly. We're here to bring heaven on earth. That's our purpose.
Yes.
And then we can show other people what heaven looks like to us.
That's right. And it's going to look so
it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be a lot of rainbows. It's going to be a lot of flowers. It's going to be a lot of light. It's going to be love. It's going to be peace. It's going to be high vibrational things.
That's right.
It's not fear. There's no fear in heaven.
No, there's not. There isn't. And we catch ourselves whenever we do have that fear come up,
Exactly.
That is what
and we understand that it's not us.
That's right.
Other side is that internal side that we battle with. And this is why people say it's me versus me. It's never you versus someone else, because you're as they say in the book, you're not fighting flesh. You're fighting spirit.
That's right. Because we can't. And I don't understand people doing competition anyway with anyone. I always say you cannot compete with another soul, because nobody else has your DNA. Nobody else is made like you are. How can people compete with each other? I'm just like, that's not even possible.
Exactly.
You said it's you and you.
That's it.
And I have really wanted my whole life. All I wanted was to become my own best friend, and treat myself like I do others. All that love we have for other people, I've had to learn how to do that to myself. It was easy for me to do it for others. It wasn't so easy for me. I hated every part of me. And, so much so that my kids couldn't even go to the beach or lay out in the sun with me when they were teenagers, because I would just bash myself 24/7. I couldn't even handle it, And I went on a whole 16, 17 years of learning how to really love this being that I am, that I feel like I chose before I got here to come here, to walk through this darkness, to bring myself into the light, and then help others do the same thing. And honestly, I see a whole vision of us holding hands. My ears ringing right now.
Confirmation. 114. I'm gonna read anytime someone tells me that their ears ringing, instantly I have to read an angel number. So I hope I'm not cutting you off, or
there you go.
And you're gonna scream when you hear what angel number 114 says, because it's the reason why you got that ringing in your ear at this particular time. It's going to confirm what you already said, and that's what Spirit is doing for you, just confirming things. Your angels want to thank you for being one of them upon the earth. You have a real gift for healing.
Oh, my God.